So what is Bitcoin? It's easiest to think of it as a form of encrypted electronic cash. So in recent history, we've seen two different kinds of currency. We've seen gold and we've seen fiat, which is your basic folding paper money. Now, gold is great. It's valuable. People want it. And it's actually really hard to obtain. You have to mine into the ground to get it. And that's why it's so valuable. There is a limited supply on Earth. But it's really hard to transport. I mean, imagine trying to send gold to the other side of the world in a short amount of time. It's just not possible. Now, fiat money can combat that problem. It's very easily transportable, just being paper. However, it can be easy to forge, and it can also be devalued if governments decide to just suddenly print more of it. So how is Bitcoin different? Well, Bitcoin tries to solve the problems that each of those currencies have. So it's very easily transportable. You can send it to the other side of the world with your transaction being confirmed in about 10 minutes. However, it is also very limited supply. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin mined. And as it stands right now, there's only about 2 million left to mine. So why does the price of Bitcoin go so dramatically up and down? Well, Bitcoin is not currently being used really as a currency. It's still quite a volatile asset to trade, and it's also being used as a store of wealth where people just invest their money and they just leave it there. Now, because of that, it's still subject to the same kind of fear and euphoria-based price changes that other assets are subject to. So, for example, when the second largest exchange collapsed, FTX, a huge amount of fear entered the market and price went down. However, upon the recent re-election of Mr. Trump as President of the United States, there was a lot of optimism seen in the market, and we are currently seeing price go up. So how do people make money from Bitcoin? Well, besides the usual buy low, sell high, miners who participate in the Bitcoin network can make money two ways. One is by facilitating transactions and therefore earning themselves a transaction fee. And also they get a small reward from the Bitcoin network in the form of a sum of Bitcoin whilst there's still some left to be mined. So that brings us to the big question. Who invented Bitcoin? Well, sadly, we may never know. You may have heard of the name Satoshi Nakamoto. This is the person or group of people that created the Bitcoin white paper that was sent to a group of cryptographers who were already trying to work on a form of digital cash in 2008. In 2009, the Bitcoin network was launched. However, within a short space of time, Satoshi Nakamoto stopped communicating on message boards to the wider cryptocurrency community and eventually stopped communicating with his developers directly. This means that ultimately, we may never know who created Bitcoin.